Who really built the pyramids? Imagine standing in the scorching Egyptian desert, gazing up at a pyramid that rises nearly 500 feet into the sky, built more than 4,500 years ago. No cranes, no steel, no computers, just stone, sweat, and a staggering amount of ingenuity. How could ancient people possibly build something so precise, so massive, and why? Were the pyramids really built by thousands of laborers with simple tools, or is there something more mysterious behind these iconic structures? Today, we're diving into one of the most enduring questions in human history. Who built the pyramids? And no, it's not aliens. The historical backdrop, a time before pharaohs ruled in gold. Let's rewind the clock to around 2600 BCE. Ancient Egypt was thriving along the Nile River, with powerful pharaohs emerging as godlike rulers. This era, known as the Old Kingdom, gave rise to the most famous pyramid of all, the Great Pyramid of Giza. Commissioned by Pharaoh Khufu, the Great Pyramid is the only one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world still standing today. It was originally 146 meters tall and made from over 2 million limestone and granite blocks, each weighing between 2 and 80 tons. And it wasn't alone. Khufu's pyramid is one of 3 main pyramids at Giza, part of a complex that includes temples, causeways, and smaller tombs. So who actually made this monumental dream a reality? The science behind the stones, tools, labor, and logistics. Contrary to some persistent myths, the pyramids were not built by slaves. In fact, archaeological evidence paints a very different picture. Nearby workers' villages, discovered in the 1990s, show that the builders were skilled laborers, stonemasons, engineers, architects, who worked in rotating shifts, were well fed, and even received medical care. But how did they manage to move such massive stones? While ancient texts offer limited clues, modern experiments and discoveries give us solid theories. Workers likely used copper tools to cut limestone and granite, wooden sledges to drag blocks, and even water to reduce friction on the sand. Recent research suggests they may have built internal ramps or spiral pathways inside the pyramid to move stones upward. And then there's the alignment. The Great Pyramid is nearly perfectly aligned with the cardinal points of the compass. Some scientists believe ancient Egyptians used the stars, particularly the North Star and Orion's belt, for precise orientation. Intriguing discoveries. What lies inside? The Great Pyramid isn't just impressive on the outside. Inside, it's a labyrinth of chambers and passageways. The most famous are the King's Chamber, Queen's Chamber, and the Grand Gallery. But in recent years, technology has revealed something even more astonishing. In 2017, scientists using cosmic ray imaging, yes, that's a real thing, discovered a massive hidden void above the Grand Gallery. Its purpose? Still unknown. It might be a structural feature, or maybe something waiting to be uncovered by future archaeologists. Debunking the myths, not aliens, not Atlantis. Let's address the pyramid in the room. No, aliens did not build the pyramids. While it's fun to imagine extraterrestrial architects zipping through the cosmos to drop off some giant blueprints, there's absolutely no evidence to support that idea. The reality is even more impressive. Humans did it, with ingenuity, coordination, and a deep understanding of their environment. The myth of slave labor, popularized by Hollywood and even some early historians, has also been debunked. The builders were respected workers, not captives, and no, the pyramids aren't part of an ancient energy grid or coded with messages from Atlantis. What we do know is that building the pyramids was a massive team effort, involving tens of thousands of people, decades of work, and groundbreaking logistics for its time. Risks and benefits. Why take on such a colossal task? You might wonder, why build something so massive just for a tomb? In ancient Egyptian belief, the afterlife was as real as life itself. Pyramids weren't just burial chambers, they were spiritual launch pads. They connected the pharaoh to the gods, ensured safe passage to the afterlife, and reinforced the divine power of the ruling class. The pyramids also served as political tools. Building them united Egypt's resources, mobilized the population, and projected power across generations. The legacy, why the pyramids still matter. The pyramids continue to captivate us because they represent something fundamentally human. The drive to leave a mark, to defy time. They inspire engineers, architects, and dreamers even today. They also remind us that ancient civilizations were anything but primitive. These were people who could calculate solar cycles, manage large-scale projects, and construct monuments that would last millennia, all without the help of modern tech. As we plan for space exploration and potentially build on the Moon or Mars, we're starting to face similar questions. How do we move massive objects? How do we organize large labor forces in extreme conditions? In a strange way, studying the pyramids could help us look forward. Fun facts, just for curiosity's sake. The Great Pyramid was once covered in smooth, white Tura limestone, which reflected sunlight so brightly it was called the Shining Pyramid. If you broke down the Great Pyramid into 1-foot-tall cubes, you could build a wall around the entire country of France. Conclusion: more than just stone. So, who built the pyramids? Humans did, brilliant, determined, resourceful humans. They didn't need aliens. They had something better: imagination, belief, and thousands of hands working toward a shared vision. If this video sparked your curiosity, hit that like button, subscribe to NeuralNet Academy, and drop a comment below. What ancient mystery should we explore next? Thanks for watching, and remember, the past isn't just behind us, sometimes, it's the key to our future.